Hi, this is Larry Trocha, and today we're going to do a video about evaluating a horse's conformation. And I'm going to start the video in a little bit, but I need to set this up first. Right now, you're just looking at a photograph of me, just so you've got something to to look at while you're listening to me talk. But here's what we're going to do in this video. A couple weeks ago, I was over at a friend's house. My friend's name is Luke Bakey, and I had him bring out a 3-year-old colt and lead him around. I videoed him, and I'm gonna have you watch the video. And while you're watching the video, I want you to make a mental note of the things that you like about the colt and things you don't like about the colt's conformation. Just do an evaluation of him. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to replay it and kind of give you a running commentary of the things that I like about the colt and the things that I don't like about the colt. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start the video, and you watch it real close and evaluate this colt.
All right, bring him back one more time and that'll be good enough. Lead him directly to me one time so I can get his front view of him here. Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of the video. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to the beginning, and I'll play it, and I'll just kind of talk about the things that I like about this colt, and the things that I don't like about the colt. Okay? All right, let me start it up. Now, right off the bat, the first thing I notice is that this colt's attractive. Let me stop right there. As soon as I watched Luke lead this colt out of the barn, I instantly liked him, and the reason why is because he's so balanced. Look at the length of his neck in relation to the length of his back and the length of his hip. It's just a really well balanced gelding, and the first thing that strikes you is how beautiful his neck is. Level top line to the neck, comes out of the horse's chest high, and is real slim, nice slender throat latch on a pretty attractive head. It's not a gorgeous head, but it's a nice head. So that's the first thing that struck me about this colt. That he's just really well balanced, really pleasing to look at. All right, now let's go on. Okay. Now, as you can see here, here's the colt's front foot. Here's the colt's back foot. The first thing I noticed when this colt started to move was how far this hind foot reached up and stepped over the track of the front foot. That's a biggie. This colt, now this front foot, his left front foot's getting ready to leave the ground, and it's going to leave a track right there. When the hind foot comes forward and lands, watch this hind foot step way past that front track and land. It's stepping, way past it. And whenever you see that, that colt is probably going to be a really good stopper. I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, but every horse that I've had that the hind foot stepped way past the front track has been a big time stopper. And I'd bet money this colt is too. Now I'm going to start the video again. Now pay attention to where that hind foot lands. Yeah. See, he's stepping over that front track 6 to 8 inches easily.
Bring him back one more time and that'll be good enough.
All right, now he's going to lead him back. Let me stop it here for a second. Okay. Now, this view right here, this is a perfect example of, look at the slope of this horse's shoulder. I mean, that's beautiful. Got a lot of slope to his shoulder, and the reason why that's important is allows him to move his front legs. Okay, look how far that front foot is out in front of that horse's body. Okay, I mean, he can really reach, he can really extend his legs because of the slope of his shoulder. If the shoulder was steep, more straight up and down, that the front legs wouldn't be coming out as far and be a much choppier stride. Okay, so I mean, that is just beautiful, as much slope as this horse has. All right, so let's go on a little bit farther. Okay, here's a good shot right here. Look how prominent this horse's withers are. I love that. This horse, a lot of saddles are going to fit this horse really good. You're not going to have to get a special tree or anything like that. The saddle's going to stay put. Just a good shape to his withers. Again, look at the length of this horse's neck in relation to his back and the length of his hip. Well balanced horse. Nice short back. The point of his hip, here's the top of his hip, here's the point of his hip right here. A lot of length between the top of his hip and the point of the hip, and that just makes for a well-balanced horse. Now, a lot of people think that long hip, that length of hip, is a big factor in how well a horse stops, but it's been my experience that it's not. I've had some horses with really short, small hips that could really stop. But the reason they could really stop was because they were really deep through the flank here. Compare this horse. Here's the horse's heart girth. You can see the depth of heart girth. And this horse is just about perfect when it comes to length of depth of heart girth. But when you go back to his flank, look how deep he is through the flank. He's almost as deep through the flank as he is through the heart girth. And boy, I mean, that really is a big stopping factor. Most horses that are real deep through the flank like this, it's effortless for them to stop hard. It's just easy for them to hold a hard stop. Okay, if they're really cut up in the flank like a greyhound dog, real shallow through the flank, pretty difficult for them to hold a stop. That it's just a big factor. All right, let me go on with the video here.
Lead him directly to me one time so I can get his.
Okay, now here's something pretty darn important. And this photo here, again, just accentuates, look how deep he is through the flank. What a strong colt. The other thing you want to pay attention to is look at the relation between this horse's forearm and his cannon bones and his pasterns and his feet. Real long forearm, real short pastern bone, real short cannon bone, medium length pasterns, and just nice shaped feet. That's so important. Whenever you see a long forearm and a short cannon bone like that, 9 times out of 10 that's going to be a good athlete. Same with the hind leg. Look how long the gaskin is here. I mean, that is long. Look how short the cannon bone is. Look at the angle of the pastern. I mean, this is a perfect example of the kind of conformation you want in a cutting horse or a reining horse. I mean, this is the right kind right here. Again, you can see how short his back is, how long his hip is. The neck, ties into the shoulder just perfect. Okay, let's go on with the video.
Front view of him here.
Okay, now right here, here's a good example of how low hock this horse is. Look how low his hocks are. Real short cannon bone, real long gaskin. Going to be effortless for this horse to stop, spread his hind legs, be real catty, real balanced, good athlete. Here again, here's a good example. Look how long that forearm is and how short that cannon bone is. Just medium pasterns, nice foot, all good. All good. You can see how prominent his withers are right there. Okay, let's go on with it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me back that up just a little bit and get a good look at his chest here. There we go. So right here, it's pretty easy to see. To most people, to most people's eye, they would say this horse, is not strong enough in the chest. Look how narrow his chest is. Well, in reality, this narrow chest is a big plus. I mean, this is perfect, to tell you the truth. If a horse has a real wide chest, that's a good indication that horse isn't going to be a very good athlete, and he's not going to be able to move his front end very well. This horse with this narrow chest, and his chest isn't overly narrow, but it's narrower than what you would normally see. This just means this colt's really going to be able to move his front end and move it effortlessly. With his real big hip and his deep flank, he's going to be real bottom heavy and real light up front. I mean, guarantee you this will be a good athlete. All right, let's go on here. Okay, that's the end of the video. All right, well, I hope this has been, helpful. And I'm kind of doing the running commentary here, and this is just my opinion on the things that I look for in a good performance horse. And most of my trainer friends, same way. Luke Bakey, the trainer that's leading this horse, a customer owns this horse now, but Luke used to own him, and the reason why Luke bought him is because the colt had such outstanding conformation. Luke bought him as a yearling. Now the colt has just turned 3. He's on cattle and everything, and I haven't seen the colt work, but Luke told me this is one of the best cutting futurity horses he's had in years. He said he's just a tremendous athlete, and I believe it. All right, we're going to call it quits. If you like this video, hit the like button. Maybe subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below the video here. If I have time, I'll answer some of the questions, and stuff. But all right, we'll call it quits. Take care.